Alright, so here we have Transformers Combiner Wars Chop Shop. Now I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm a bit indifferent towards this guy. It's not that he's a bad figure, no, he actually holds up very well. It's just, I really didn't have any intention of buying him originally. In order to get some of the other figures that were coming out in this line, I was buying them from Big Bad Toy Store. I had to buy them as a bundle where you got all four, and he happened to be one of them. So yeah, that's why I ended up picking him up. Now he is just a recolor of the Insecticon Scrapnel. As a matter of fact, I keep wanting to call him Scrapnel just because they're so similar. And I'm going to say that, yeah, I'm not really digging, or I'm not a fan of these particular colors. This red, this kind of blood rust red, and this orange. As colors go, that doesn't really work for me. If you're a fan of this character, you might actually dig in it and think that it's really accurate. And I can't really get his head in focus right now. It's very small, but it does seem kind of fierce. He has these nice little piercing eyes, and there's just a little bit of paint deco in there to make it kind of stand out, but, well, with the silver anyways, but because of the red and the orange kind of blend together, it just seems a little muddy to me. Now to transform this guy, or I should actually say he does have, let me talk about his articulation first. His head can kind of move side to side, but because of these giant mandibles, it does get in the way just a little bit, so you can't really move it too much. He has a nice bit of ball articulation right here, a ball joint for the shoulder and for the elbow. As a matter of fact, everything on this guy is ball joints. You got the hips, the knees. He has no waist articulation, but that's okay because it's part of his transformation. And I guess you can move his toes down like this to give it a little bit of ankle bend, but that's if you want to count it. It's really part of the transformation. Speaking of transformations, I guess we can start actually transforming him. We're going to start off by pushing his head back so we get his head out like so. And move it up like this. All right, there we go. You can move his mandibles forward. We're then going to take his feet, fold those down, move his shins up like this. There we go. We're then going to need to take his waist or his hips and move that down. Get these legs out of the way. I'm probably going to need to move them up right now. There we go. Okay, move his legs down like this. We're going to press his legs to snap together. Now there's a little hole right here, and there's a little peg that's right down here. We're going to need to accordion his legs up and make sure those fold in and snap together. Might need to make sure everything's nice and tight. We're then going to fold his arms back like so, rotate them around, and there's a little peg, oh, fell out of my hand. There's a little peg right there, and you can see a little hole right there. We want to make sure that those fit right into place. And there you go. He's now in his Insecticon mode. He doesn't balance on all of his legs all that well, so that's just a small nitpick if anything. He does have this giant hole on the back right here, but that's part of when he was Shrapnel, and he came with like a little mini-con that actually turned into a weapon that fit on his back right there. It would have been nice if they included another weapon with this guy for the same reason, or for the same purpose. Or what I would have really liked, because this guy is part of the Combiner Wars, if they made a little bit of effort and actually added some sort of peg that could go on the back right here, or maybe something that could, maybe his gun weapon could actually fold up into his hands, and then he could actually attach this guy to like Bruticus's hand or his shoulder or something, and he had these just giant mandibles that would come off of Bruticus's forearm or something. It's almost like a giant Jaws of Life weaponry. I could see this really tearing into any of the Autobots. So that's just my imagination personally, but I kind of wish they included it. Now another little nice thing, and I think it's a happy accident, these are actually supposed to be his eyes, these little optics right here. However, because of these metal rivets, it almost looks like those are the eyes, and they just kind of give this cold, metallic, dead stare, and I kind of like that feature a little bit more. I know it wasn't intended, but it just seems like a nice little happy accident. All in all, he's not that bad. He's kind of good, and if you're a fan of the Insecticons and want to collect all of them, even the ones that didn't appear in the show, I would say go for it. It's just me personally, I'm just sort of meh. Anyways, this has been a look at Transformers Combiner Wars Chop Shop. Once again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed what you've seen today, please feel free to like, subscribe, share, or leave a comment below in the comment section. Any advice for the show will be greatly appreciated. Who knows, something you suggest may appear on the show in the future.